So today I'm talking about a Honda with the P1381 code, what it is and how you go about fixing it. And in particular, this is for like late 90s Hondas, possibly early 2000s, Civics, Preludes, things like this. It'll depend on your engine type. But what is a P1381 code? Well, it's a cylinder position sensor intermittent interruption. And what are some possible causes? Well, it could be the bad sensors inside the distributor. It could be the inside of the wiring with an open or a short, and it could be a bad electrical connection. And how do you go about fixing this? Well, first thing would be to Google your particular engine and get a good schematic and diagram of what's going on. But here's one right here of the basics for it. So you'll have your top dead center sensor located here. This is inside the distributor, the CKP sensor and the CYP sensor. And so you have these. I don't think you could. I think you have to swap out the whole distributor to replace these, if I remember right. And so I'm going to jump over here to a forum, and this person is asking. He's having this error on a 2001 Prelude. Interruption. It won't go above 3,000 RPM. Doesn't anyone know what this is? So I've seen them discussing this, and I'm going to put links down below for what I'm reading here. It's basically going to be inside of the distributor. You have a sensor, and you need to check the wiring. So that would be the first thing to do, is to go through and to check the wiring and be sure everything's good. Like this right here is a very good suggestion. It says P1381 may be due to wiring, connection, CYP sensor, or ECU. If the CYP sensor is faulty, the distributor or distributing housing is replaced. The CYP sensor is part of the distributor housing. The sensor generally is not replaceable. So basically, if you need a new sensor, you got to replace the whole distributor housing there. But first, before you do that, be sure to check the wiring, because this could be a wiring problem, and be sure to check it for like a good connection. There's no open, there's no short, or anything like that. Here's a good comment here too, is this person's agreeing. They check your wiring, and he ended up using a multimeter to test the wires at the distributor on all these at the ECU harness for these sensors. Both sensors will have 5-volt reference and a return wire. In my case, it was getting very high resistance, which is bad. Actually, I had a dead short at the CYP altogether. I found that the harness containing all of these was ran into the distributor and under a coolant hose. Lots of heat and oil was neglected. Valve cover gasket ate away from the loom and insulated wires. I purchased a 16 to 18 gauge shielded wire and ran all new ones straight to the ECU away from the problem areas. Well, anyways, just want to throw in my story, see maybe if it could help someone. So for sure, check that wiring and be sure that wiring is good, and then go from there and change out the distributor. So basically, first thing, Google your car, find exactly the wiring schematic and everything you need for it that you can follow. Check that wiring and rerun new wires if you need to. Check them for a short and open bad connections, and then replace this distributor, which will just replace these sensors. And so that's basically it. If you have anything to add, please comment down below. If you have any questions, ask me and I'll try to answer them. But if this video helps you, please click like, please click subscribe, and have a good day.